Hey, yeah. When I was a kid, growing up in one of the dumping grounds for unwanted children that I grew up in, I had an incident happen to me. I was 9 or 10 years old, I think, and I was playing with a toy. It was a small airplane. It was about as wide as the palm of my hand was when I was that age, so it was pretty small. It was maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches across. It was a small toy airplane, and I was waving it through the air, fantasizing and dreaming that I was flying away from this place that I was in, this hellish and horrible place. It was, as I said, a dumping ground for unwanted children. And this kid, he was older than me, he was bigger than me, and he had an armload of toys, all these toys held up against his chest. And he came up to me and he said, "Gimme!" And he reached out and tried to grab the toy airplane from me. He had all the toys except one. And that was the toy that I had. And he wanted that toy. And he tried to take it from me. And so I stepped back and he came up and he shoved me and he grabbed at it again and he kept trying to grab it. And finally, in frustration, he did a windmill punch, which did connect the side of my head. But again, it was a windmill punch. It was from the side. And it caught me right here. And it hurt a little bit. It shocked me. And it angered me. And so I punched back. I punched him right in the jaw. And he dropped his toys and he ran off. And so I went and minded my own business. I left his toys there so that he could pick them up later. Yeah, and I thought it was all over. I really did. I thought it was all over. But of course it wasn't all over, because we live in a world of grotesque injustice. And so, he came back a few minutes later. Only he didn't come back alone. He came back with staff. And the staff, they grabbed me and they threw me on the ground, and one of them knelt on me while the other one pulled my arm out to the side and twisted it into this really uncomfortable position and held it out for him. And the one that was kneeling on me grabbed my head and turned it so that I could see. And this bigger kid knelt down and leaned down and bit my arm hard and wouldn't let go. And the staff just held my arm straight out for him so that he could bite it. These are adults, mind you, and I was 9 or 10 years old, and I've never been particularly big. I've always been a short, skinny kid. So yes, any one of these staff could have easily wrestled me to the ground. The fact that they sent two of them, though, that was overkill. Yeah, that was gross overkill. So, anyway, what happens next is they take the toy from me, and they give him the toy. And then they yell at me. Incoherent gibberish, screaming and yelling in my face. And that was my first experience with the injustice of authoritarian systems. Alas, it would not be my last experience with authoritarian injustice. That phenomenon has been a significant part of my life for pretty much my entire adult life. Yeah. Well, authoritarian injustice. Gotta love it.